How do we keep from feeling like we have wasted our time when a situation turns out to not be what we thought it was going to be after we have already invested everything that we have invested into it? How do we keep from feeling like we have wasted our time? The truth be told, we ask this question way too late. This is a question that should be established in the beginning of a situation before you make the decision to enter the situation. The reality is, if you are asking this question after you have already made the decision to enter into the situation, chances are you've already wasted your time. As harsh as that sounds. Well, Andre, why is this, and how do I keep from doing it again in the future? That's what I'm here to explain. I pray, for the sake of your future, based on personal experience, that you listen to this video from beginning to end. A little while ago, I made a video talking about commitment issues. In the video, I said that the reason why we have such a hard time staying committed to the things that we decide to get involved in is because we have a tendency to pick stuff up based on the potential of what we hope it's going to be, rather than being satisfied with what it is already. Now, when I said this, people who watched the video messaged me and let me know that they did not agree with that explanation. They said, well, Andre, I don't agree with that, because are you saying that we should never take chances in life? We should never see the potential in anything? That if something isn't exactly what we're looking for, we can't see the potential and work on it until it blossoms into what we hope it's going to be? Are you saying that we should never take chances? And I understood what they were saying. Am I saying that we should never take chances in life? Of course not. It's a part of life. What I am saying is that when we say we're taking chances on something, whether it's a relationship, a job, a business venture, a project, whatever it is, when we say we're taking a chance on something, we really don't know what we're talking about. The decisions that we make are not chances. They cannot be considered taking a chance because we expect too much out of them. I will explain that. When you say I'm taking a chance on something, by saying I'm taking a chance on this, it implies that you understand two things about the decision that you're making. Two things that we honestly really don't understand about the decision that we're making most of the time. Number one, it implies that you understand full and well that the thing that you are picking up is not already what you want for it to be. If it was already what you wanted, if it already possessed all the qualities that you were looking for, it wouldn't be a chance. There'd be no reason for you to pick it up based on potential, because it is already everything that you're looking for. So the first thing that it implies is that you are fully conscious of the fact that the thing that you're picking up is not actually something that you want. The second thing that it implies that you understand about what you're doing is that there is no guarantee that it's going to be what you're hoping for. If you knew for certain that this thing was going to evolve into what you wanted it to evolve into, it wouldn't be a chance. So the two things that it implies that you understand about the decision that you're making is, number one, this thing is not already something that I fully desire. It's not already what I want it to be. And number two, there's no guarantee that it's going to be that way. These things are two things that we actually do not understand most of the time about what we're doing. If these two things were something that we actually understood about the decision that we're making, then there wouldn't be any resentment, any anger, or any regret when things turned out to not be what we thought they were going to be, or that they're not going how we thought they were going to go. But there is resentment, there is anger, there is animosity, there is regret. And the reason why all those things are there, the animosity is there, the regret is there, the anger is there, the resentment is there, is because we invested everything that we invested into it, hoping that it would evolve into something else, that it would become what we envisioned for it to become. And the fact that it didn't become that, we almost feel like we were robbed of our investment. And the feeling of being robbed is the problem. You see, life does not know that you were not satisfied with the decision that you made. Reality doesn't know. Reality can't tell the difference of whether or not you're in a relationship where you're satisfied, or if you're in a relationship that you're hoping evolves into something else. All life can tell is that you're in a relationship. It can't differentiate between the two, because all reality knows is that stuff is happening and life responds accordingly. If I go out on a dinner date in a relationship that I'm not fully satisfied with, and I take my partner out on a dinner date, the money that I spend doesn't know that I'm not satisfied with my relationship. It still got spent. I'm not going to throw the $50 down on the table, walk outside and get in the car, look at my wallet, and the $50 appears back in my wallet talking about, hey man, I knew that you really didn't want to be there, so here I am. That's not how reality works. If you are trying to get recognition on your job, and so in an effort to get your boss to recognize you, you spend 7 days working on a project, and at the end of those 7 days, the entire week you spent working on this project, you turn it into your boss and you still don't get the recognition that you thought you were going to get. You don't get your week back, you spent it. If you're sleeping with somebody who you really don't want to be with, you guys just really enjoy sleeping with each other, the sperm cells aren't going to say, hey, I know you two don't really want to be together, so we're going to go out of our way to avoid the egg. It doesn't work that way. She's still going to end up pregnant. Reality does not know that you are not satisfied with what's going on with you. Reality is happening. These things are actually taking place. So the ideal that you can test stuff out is a myth. It's not real. It's a psychological trick that we play on ourselves. So the reality is all decisions are final. Whether or not you meant it, whether or not this person was actually somebody you wanted, whether or not this job was a job that you actually wanted, whether or not you were satisfied with the decision that you were making, all decisions are final. There is no such thing as a decision that you're just testing out. It doesn't exist, because all this stuff is actually happening. So you say, Andre, okay, I get it. So what's the solution? Huh? How do I keep from feeling like I've wasted my time? If I get to the middle of this situation and it turns out to be nothing like I thought it was going to be, and I've already invested everything that I've invested into it, how do I keep from feeling like I just wasted my time? And the answer is this: there would have had to have been something about it that was worth your time already. If there was nothing about this thing that was satisfactory for you in the beginning, you did waste your time. I hate to say it, it was a waste of time. I'm not saying that you shouldn't want something to evolve or change or grow into something else, but this is the reality. Since you don't have a guarantee of what this thing is going to evolve into, then there would have had to have been something about it already worth your investment. If there was nothing about it that you can look at and say, I'm satisfied with this right now, You're saying, I need you to evolve into something in order to justify me spending the last year with you that I just spent, or 2 years, or 3 years, whatever the case may be. I need you to justify what I just gave you by you changing into something else. So in other words, this thing is offending you by doing nothing but being what it was when you picked it up. How is that right? You mean to tell me that if I don't change into anything else, if I don't evolve into what you picture in your head, me as I am, I've wasted your time and your investment being what I am? That's the narrative that you want to give this connection? I don't think the problem is the fact that the thing didn't evolve. I think the problem is you keep picking stuff up based on opportunity. There's nothing about the stuff that we pick up that satisfies us already. And so we put the weight of expectation for it to change into something all on that object. You need to justify my decision to get involved with you. Is this happening? Are we doing this? Let me know what you think. I'm out.